G'day everyone, I'm Dan Lewis. I'm a canyon guide with the Blue Mountains Adventure Company here in the Blue Mountains of Australia. How am I? I'm very well physically and grateful to have my beautiful family with me while we're isolating here in my beautiful house in the Blue Mountains. Blue Mountains is a place where tourism is the number one industry. There's not a lot else offering local employment other than that. I would normally be taking people canyoning on a beautiful day like today. This would usually be peak canyoning season. A very busy time for us, but there's no canyoning going on because of coronavirus. Blue Mountains Adventure Company shut its doors a few weeks ago in response to the crisis. Obviously, it's impossible for us to operate at the moment, given the rules and regulations that have been put in place to try and overcome this crisis. At the moment, it says for 3 months. It may well have to be longer than that, but I do have faith that Blue Mountains Adventure Company will be back in business in a few months' time. That's my fervent hope and belief. The vast majority of Australians do seem to now accept that this is a very serious situation, and like I said, it's very pleasing to see that they're doing the right thing in terms of their behaviour to try and limit the impact of this virus crisis and make sure that we can overcome it as quickly as possible. All I would say is that I'm just cheered to see that people are following the advice of our experts, and that seems to be having the right results so far. I don't think there's anything more than we can do at the moment, other than just all try to stay positive and be nice to each other and pull together to make sure we all come through this. Yeah, here in the Blue Mountains, people are no different to people elsewhere in Australia and elsewhere in the world. There was panic buying of toilet paper and the like. People have been panic buying chickens, live chickens, to ensure their egg supply, things like that. But hopefully that's all going to settle down and when people get used to the reality of this, and we'll all be fine. We got an amazing bushfire season here, one like we've never experienced before in terms of its severity and its intensity and its scale. Fires burnt for months and months here in the Blue Mountains. We had a massive fire to the north called the Gospers Mountain Fire. To the south we had another massive conglomeration of fires called the Greenwater Creek Fire, and between the two of them, they burn out about 80% of the Greater Blue Mountains World Heritage Area and totally destroyed our summer canyoning season, which is usually our busiest time of the year. That was obviously hard for us and was hard for every other tourism-related business in the Blue Mountains. Then along came a weekend in February where here in my village in Wentworth Falls here, we had over half a metre of rain in just 48 hours, which was a 1 in 100 year rain event that produced all sorts of flooding and stuff, which did even more damage and once again slowed the reopening of areas we had hoped to reopen in the wake of the fires. And then finally, the biggest blow of all came coronavirus. I really hope I can take some people canyoning again sometime in the future. But in the meantime, I'd just like to urge everyone to try and stay as positive as they can, be as nice as they can, and pull together with everyone else in their community to make sure that everyone gets through this as best we can. I might just like to read you a bit from Brother Richard Hendrick, a Capuchin Franciscan, and it reads in part: So we pray and we remember that yes, there is fear, but there does not have to be hate. Yes, there is isolation, but there does not have to be loneliness. Yes, there is panic buying, but there does not have to be meanness. Yes, there is sickness, but there does not have to be disease of the soul. Yes, there is even death, but there can always be a rebirth of love. Amen to that.